at the 19. I wasn't even playing.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know,
I
they were
hope we
eager,
play
amped up to
I
get
hope we
back on the
play
field after
in the
just scoring,
playoffs.
hoping to get the ball
It's
back
called
quickly.
base.
That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Check. 53. 42. Hey, wahoo.
Shotgun now for Breeze.
Oh, yeah.
And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Back now here live in New Orleans.
He got it.
It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter.
Nah, I get to run the ball out on your dumb ass.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 72 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready, young lady. 36.
On first down, Breeze. And incomplete.
Wow.
Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
6 guys. No kill.
Again, it's Murray. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Wait.
And this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Yippee-doo, yeah. It's fun, man.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll go again to Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The Packers on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
More ball running going on, man.
They go play action here on first down. The connection made. It's Graham. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. The Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Saints hands team able to rein this one in. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Sammy!
From midfield, here's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throwing on first down is Breeze. It's caught, Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Your mama doesn't know your game.
And the Saints get a bit closer.
What you talking about?
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
You just got this for Christmas. Did you think you were good when you fucking tried to play online today?
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
You've been playing
on first and 10. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. To try again after the sack, Rodgers. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now Rodgers. And able to find Graham complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Oh, shit, he got 11 catches and he'll done that for 260. You fucking suck. You suck, bitch.
19. Here we go. 88.
You can't stop one player.
Rodgers looking to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 21 yards away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible.
Ready. Waiting. Check. Mike 42. We're good. Mike 4. Ready.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze, now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
56 Mike.
Rodgers throwing here. Looking deep for Adams. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers going to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
You think I would get it?
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
New strategy, new money play.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
Yeah, that's one of them games you gotta upload the fucking Yeah, upload that to your feed. I'm Joanna. I'm going to sleep. You know why?
Why?
Bitch. Just be silent when you take this stuff off the bed.
Is that window closed over there?
I believe it is slightly cracked.
No, it's all the way cracked. Look. Look.
Oh yeah. Well, it don't feel bad. Goddamn, them some numbers. Let's sit down. Oh, I got some soda too. I forgot to say it.
I could use it.
But it's JoJo flavor. The flavor that pussy gave. That's what I got.
What?
What you think?
Perch in.
Nope. I already ate the perch. But nope.
Look.
Ribs.
I don't want no chicken. The ribs look
You ain't
good.
touching the ribs, I'm sorry.
The ribs.
I offer this chicken.
No ribs.
I'm sorry.
So funny. Searching for ribs.
No, actually, they're weird. You don't put them in a little more barbecue on it?
A hot knife.
Here come the train, bitch. Here come the train. Ow, come back.
Didn't you give me chicken?
Hmm? What? Cashew chicken. It's supposed to be barbecue on that shit. I don't know why I got honey mustard.
Did you give me chicken?
No, that shit ribs.
But
Blame it on my Oh yeah, so I was Googling. Baby colds typically last 4 to 10 days. So it should be passing in the next 2 to 3 days.
cold.
Yeah. It's after New Year. I mean before New Year's.
It's not bad. It's just
I know, I just been noticing it. Not like a blame game. I don't want you to feel like that's what I'm doing for you after that pass me the light. Unless you don't care about my hands being stupid. Oh shit. I just made the top 100,000 after that last year. 97,696. Yep. Give me a reason to keep it. Just gonna play some other shit. Hoping I got play against Baltimore. It's the playoffs time and shit, so everybody grabbing like they holding shit. I don't care much for that shit. I mean, this bread, hot, crunchy. Oh yeah, the Kodak color. Goddamn. Vice City? Yeah, that shit that you should actually play that. Like, you turn it off.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
You are?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
There we go. Fight, lady. 42. It's outfield. It's outfield. Got it.
Now Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Lynch. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. On first down, Wilson on the move to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Packers nothing.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 69 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Seahawks.
Fight. 14. Hey, Hero,
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
27 yards there, a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's Wilson, forced out to his left. This complete to Lockett. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Myers' kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here we go.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Jet bombers. Two jet bombers. No. 50, mark 50, 50.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
50. Hey, you block over his screen again.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports half. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are back within a single score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half. But they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, look.
First down, the run with Lynch. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Homer. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's got Lockett. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flushed out. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that...
He's got a man, complete. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. Rodgers now after the...
Hey, high 7.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the barn door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run again with Lynch. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially when we get deeper in the game.
Now it's Wilson, dancing to his left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Off the draw, here's Williams. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there, got him some extra yardage. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Ziggy Ansah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. All wide open, complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jake Kumaro, 49 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Montravius Adams, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. It's caught. Lockett. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Topper! Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, 76 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that's a really big play. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A toss play. This is Lynch. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Check back.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Again, it's Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Back to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They got a chance to strike.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with 8 seconds remaining as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. Now Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One of my favorite expressions is that fortune favors the bold. This seems foolhardy, though.
Oh, it seems very foolhardy. All you had to do was kick the PAT, extend the game.
Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense there, did it? I mean, I just don't get that at all because the risk-reward, it just wasn't there.
We're going, my first play.
Let's go!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
What? 14, buddy.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Out to his left. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the victory here for Seattle, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lambeau.
Come on now, let's go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, 88. 6-6, pull it high. That's a what? You're right.
Throwing now is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham. 72 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go. Okay, ready? 42 is the block.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. We won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got 3 down.
From the 44, Jackson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down now, it's Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw is Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run here with Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Rodgers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And they will not be able to hook look up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Jackson now off the bootleg. Steps away. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And, oh, this is going to depend on forward progress, but they're saying no, he didn't get there.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
This is Jones, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 71 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson rolling, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montravius Adams, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Jones. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams, Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on, because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is, Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the 4th team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents for the Lombardi Trophy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson forced out to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Jackson to Boyle here over the middle. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And look at this, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, 27 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 55 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Past the 20, 10, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They go play action now. Jackson It's complete to Snead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson from the shotgun. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off, and it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have another first down and more. 20, 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 55 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens.
Check, Mike 42. Check. Frag now. Jumper.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Jackson, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Now Jackson on first down. through the contact. Brings up second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Stepping up, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. To throw is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Boy, what a job there. Fourth down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. But a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball. But instead, it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
48 for Mike. There's a party now.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially solve it. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And all the way down to the 5. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. Jackson now. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score.
Okay, so they got... Don't get it? That's deflation. Yeah. Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
You ready? Mike. 318. Watch it slap. Watch it slap. Watch it slap.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers lets this one rip toward Gordon. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5.